Today I'm going to talk about the ascension process and the times that it come. Usually is it maybe not the most convenient time in your life. Maybe at a time when things are really difficult. Could come at a time when things are going great. Usually the ascension process pulls us out of um, places that we aren't being our authentic self. And even though we may think we are, usually there's something going on that isn't serving our good, you know, our higher purpose in life. A lot of times patterns of growing up, family, friends, phases, we went through growing, changing, learning, experiencing. Most things, it's very normal to outgrow and to change from, to get out of a pattern of routine and destructive, dysfunctional behaviors, relationships, which could be a job, a marriage, a friendship, even a relationship with a family member. Many times we just think love and loyalty is about being a doormat for someone, and it isn't. It's being loyal is being loyal to yourself, your value, your worth, um, the love that you have to give, the care, the compassion, the empathy. All those things get robbed and raped from people, certain people, and it's not good. It's sometimes letting go of those things. You can really, it's like letting go of a cinder block in the water. You can try and swim and swim and swim, and you may be strong with a weight tied to your ankles, but after a while you're going to get exhausted and you're going to start sinking. And that's kind of like with the ascension process. What happens is you're somewhere that you've been, doing great, and somebody may not have been very good to you. They may be abusive. They may be narcissistic. And then all of a sudden, it's like, wow, I can't do this anymore. And that's a pulling, a calling to go beyond, where you are and where you've been. Usually it's a leap of faith. It's a jump into limbo, the unknown. It doesn't always mean you have to physically leave a relationship, but boundaries need to be set. And usually if someone's abusing you, or narcissistic partners or parents or friends, and they've always been able to get what they want from you, as soon as you try to make a change and say, no, I can't do this anymore, I'm not doing this, wham, you're going to get hit just like a freight train from them, emotionally, sometimes physically, and your spiritual development depends on the change that needs to come. Usually it's something we can't explain to other people, because for number one, they're not going to like it. If we need to make a change for the better for us, but they're going to lose everything they've been able to drain from us, strength, their power for their ego, they're going to put up a hissy fit. So it's not easy. It usually takes a big step of faith to just do what you got to do, take care of yourself, pull the rug out from under their feet. If you're a doormat, no, that doesn't work. Pull that rug right out from under their feet. And sometimes, that person may accept it, and then they'll change too, allow you to change. But if they don't, and they're toxic, usually walking away is the best thing. And it's hard, but if you keep your focus on your growth and your vibration, lifting your spirit, when your spirit starts getting drained and empty and depression and all that, that's a good indication. Anxiety, it's a good indication that there's a change that needs to be made. That's been my case anyway. I've never really suffered from anxiety unless I was in a very emotionally unbearable situation, or I was being called beyond where I was at and the people I was around. And I had to walk away. I didn't mean, I didn't mean I didn't like them or I didn't still love them. I couldn't be around certain things anymore because how it affected me. It was, it's like quitting smoking. If you're going to quit smoking, it's easier to be around 10 people that don't smoke than 10 people that do. Fact. If you're trying to quit drinking, it's easier to be around people that aren't drinking than people that are. I mean, eventually maybe you can be around people that are drinking once you, get a hold on yourself and deal with your own addiction or habit or whatever you've got. You got to break free from it. And it's difficult to break free from that when you're still in it or attached to it or around it all the time. You need solitude, you need distance, you need self-care, and sometimes people won't allow you to do that. You need to depend on yourself and count on yourself to get you where you need to be for the self-care that you need. It's not always an easy thing because people want to be in charge and control. And they may not like you at first, but eventually they will respect you for doing what you do to take care of yourself, because believe it or not, people that mistreat you, they may keep doing it because they can, but they really don't like themselves for it. And when you leave a situation and you don't allow it anymore or enable it, they actually get a chance to feel better about themselves because they're not doing it to somebody on a daily basis, even though they don't know why they do it or know that there's a problem. By walking away, you distance yourself, you break the cord from the abuse, and they either wake up to and decide, oh wow, I really love that person. As a friend, I want them in my life. I need to treat them in a way that is acceptable. Because as we evolve and grow, our systems don't tolerate toxicity anymore. We've learned and become wiser, and it just does not satisfy our soul.